Howdy, folks. Welcome yet again to Smarter Money Matters. This is Dr. Jeff Camardo with the Super CFPs, Anna and Lou. And today we're talking about preparing your partner, oh heavens, to manage the money after you're gone. Oh, woe is me. So let me ask a tough question. If something happened to you tomorrow, Mr. or Mrs. Investor or Ms. Investor, would your partner know exactly how to manage everything financially? Anna, what do you think?
From a lot of experience working with clients, for a lot of them, the answer is no. And not because they can't handle it, it's because they've never had to.
Yeah, and that's more common than people think. One person handles everything and the other isn't involved.
That's true. So why does this dynamic exist in so many households, do you think, Ms. Wunderlich?
I think it just kind of happens naturally. Both parties take on, different responsibilities, and the one that handles the finances over time, that just continues to become the routine.
Yeah, and because things are working, there's no urgency to change it. So until something forces the issue.
Yeah, and I just like interject something. Typically, this is the male, in most of our client relationships, and studies have increasingly shown. Remember back to my PhD studies that as males get older, there are two really horrible effects. Number one, their degree of financial literacy declines. They get, as one of my profs says, what's going to happen when I get stupid? So they get stupider about money, but their confidence in their decisions goes up, which is a toxic conversation.
Yeah.
Sounds
right.
Right.
So then what's the real risk here, Anna?
Well, the risk is confusion during an already sad and very difficult time, right? If you're the spouse that doesn't know where the accounts are, who to contact, and the steps to take, it adds stress to a situation when you're already grieving.
Yeah, and the stress can lead to mistakes or delays, and which makes an already emotional situation even harder.
It sure does. So what are people doing to prepare for this besides letting us try to encourage conversations with both partners? Anna?
Yeah, so something that some clients that I work with have done or create like a simple document that outlines where accounts are, the contacts, at that bank or that investment firm, and then key information, maybe even passwords, things like that.
Yeah, and from my experience, other clients have they're walking their partners through things ahead of time, and just just making them familiar, makes a big difference.
And also worth trying to get the kids involved too. Have a trusted contact if both partners are getting up there. There are other issues besides the passing of one that are important. So what should someone that is watching us today actually do? What's a good to-do list?
Yeah, so I would say first sit down and organize everything. Get the accounts together. Passwords, like we said, contacts, just kind of have them all in one place, and then update it periodically. Which
is something we do a very good job for with our clients. We have a very, very clear picture of everything financial related, which we keep up, which I think is important. But what else?
Yeah, I think communication is key. Like we said, have those conversation early. Have it now as opposed to waiting when it's unfortunately too late.
So here's the takeaway, okay? Preparation isn't just financial, it's personal. And what else, Anna?
Yeah, and think about it this way when you're putting this work in. It's making things easier for the people that are going to be left after you pass away, and you care about them.
Yeah, and giving them clarity when they need it most.
So they know exactly what they've got to do when they get to it, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, any other comments here, folks?
That's it for now.
Well, another important topic. Thank you very much for your contribution. Until next time, this is Dr. Jeff Camardo along with Super CFPs Lou and Anna, and we'll see you next time.